Good evening to all. Welcome to the session 200 Grammar Rules. Yesterday you got four rules related to personal pronouns. I gave the first rule related to subject form, object form. After that, you got rules related to the correct order of personal pronouns. Today also you are going to get rules related to pronouns. You are going to get four rules. Now let us start with the first one for today, but actually rule number 29. What is rule number 29? Reciprocal pronouns. Now, reciprocate, there is one important word. Reciprocate, what does it mean? I give you something, and in return, you give me something back. That is known as reciprocating. The key word here, reciprocation. Based on that, we have two pronouns. Reciprocal pronouns are two in number. What are they? Each other and one another. Now, what is the rule that goes with reciprocal pronouns? Reciprocal pronouns are each other and one another, only two in number. Now, what is the difference between these two? Based on the difference, there is a rule. What is that rule? When we talk about two things or two persons, we should use each other. When we talk about more than two persons or more than two things, we should use one another. So each other, two persons or two things, one another, more than two. Look at the examples. The two brothers argued with each other. Now, this sentence is grammatically correct. What is a clue for you? Two brothers, then we have to use each other. All the students argued with one another. Students, more than two. Here we cannot say each other, we have to say one another. In the exam, they try to change. That is a rule you have to remember. So the first one is rather easy. I hope you got it. Very simple. The rule number 29 goes with reciprocal pronouns, which are two in number. Each other, one another. Then naturally you should get the question where to use each other, where to use one another. If you are talking about two persons or two things, you should use each other. More than two, you should use one another. Now listen very carefully. Rule number 30, it goes with reflexive pronouns. Reflexive pronouns are not easy to understand, so you got to listen very carefully. First, something like introduction. The typical sentence pattern in English is subject, verb, object. English has about 350 sentence patterns. Of these patterns, the basic pattern is SVO pattern. What do the letters stand for? Subject, verb, object. In this pattern, the action goes from the subject to the object. That is the reason why SVO. What is a subject? It does action. What is an object? It receives action. So in this pattern, action goes from the subject to the object. But sometimes what happens? The action goes back to the subject. When the action goes back to the subject, we say the action got reflected. And we call that particular verb a reflexive verb. I will repeat. When you take a sentence pattern, the basic pattern in English language, it is SVO pattern. What do the letters stand for? Subject, verb, object. In this pattern, action goes from the subject to the object. But sometimes what happens? The action goes back to the subject. When the action goes back to the subject, we say the action got reflected. And we call that particular verb a reflexive verb. All the verbs cannot be used reflexively. Only a few verbs can be used, and those verbs are important from the exam point of view. And there's an important rule. The following verbs are used reflexively. More are there, but these are very important from the exam point of view. Enjoy, avail, avenge, revenge, introduce, absent, pride. These are used reflexively. Now, what is the rule that goes with reflexive pronouns? If there is no object, I repeat, if there is no object after a reflexive verb, we should use a reflexive pronoun. Imagine there is a sentence. In that sentence, there is an object. You don't have to touch the sentence. But there is a sentence. In that sentence, there is a reflexive verb, and there is no object. In that case, we have to use a reflexive pronoun. Look at this example, the first one. They have enjoyed the party a lot. The sentence is perfect. What is the reason? They subject, have enjoyed, have helping verb, enjoyed, a reflexive verb. But you ask the question, they have enjoyed what? You get the answer, the party. Party is the object. There's an object, don't touch the sentence is correct. Look at the second example. They enjoyed themselves last summer. Here, if I don't use themselves, then it is not correct. What is the reason? They enjoyed last summer. They enjoyed when? Last summer. Here there is no object. The rule tells you if there is no object after a reflexive verb, then you have to use a reflexive pronoun. So, what is a reflexive pronoun here? Themselves. But I'm going to show you on table. Now you have to learn all these forms and remember. Reflexive pronouns, subject form, reflexive form. I is a subject form, myself, reflexive form. We, ourselves. You, yourself. He, himself. She, herself. It, itself. They, themselves. All these are known as reflexive forms. There's one more thing you have to remember. If you take the next one, emphatic pronouns, they also have the same form. We'll go to that later. Now, rule number 31, emphatic pronouns. What are emphatic pronouns? What is the use of function of emphatic pronouns? We use emphatic pronouns for emphasis. If you ask me, sir, what is the meaning of the word emphasis? To stress, to make something look or sound important. When you try to do that, you try to make something look or sound important, you're trying to emphasize. For that, you should use emphatic pronouns, and they have the same form as reflexive pronouns. There's no difference between emphatic pronouns and reflexive pronouns. Then you may ask, so how do we know the difference? Based on the sentence, based on the context, you can make out whether it is a reflexive pronoun or an emphatic pronoun. Now look at this example. I myself did the work yesterday. I myself did the work yesterday. Now here, I will give you a situation, then you can understand. Imagine a small office, I'm the manager, then there is one receptionist, office boy, and an attender. It is a job or the responsibility of the office boy to post the letters. Imagine. And yesterday, everyone was absent, only I went to the office. Important letters were there to post. So I posted the letters. Now, today I'm telling others, I want to emphasize. What do I say? I myself posted the letters. Means what? No one else. I myself posted the letters. I'll give one more example. Imagine there is a family. Usually the mother cooks, makes breakfast. But this morning, the daughter made breakfast. We want to emphasize that. We show the girl and say, she herself made the breakfast this morning. She herself made the breakfast. You're trying to emphasize. Now look at these examples. I myself did the work yesterday, no one else. She herself made breakfast this morning, no one else. You're trying to emphasize. Hope you got the concept. Now, these pronouns, emphatic pronouns, have the same form. Reflexive pronoun, emphatic pronoun, there's no difference whatsoever. I myself, we ourselves, he himself, she herself, and it itself, they themselves. Now, what is the rule? Rule number 31. All this like introduction. We should not start a sentence with a reflexive pronoun or an emphatic pronoun. This is an important rule. In many exams, they have given questions based on this particular rule. Here, the sentences look very short, but in the exam, they may give a lengthy sentence, but they start the same way. Myself posted the letter. It is not correct. What is the reason? We can never start a sentence with a reflexive pronoun or an emphatic pronoun. Myself completed the work. Wrong. I myself completed the work. I myself posted the letters. I will give one example. At the time of the interview, they may ask you, tell us about yourself. A lot of people say, myself Ramesh, myself Murthy, myself Suresh. That is wrong. Never say that. There are two sentence patterns. My name is so and so, or I am so and so. Never say at the time of the interview, myself, Suresh, myself, whatever your name is. That is not correct. Now let us go to the last rule for today, rule number 32. We should not use a reflexive pronoun or an emphatic pronoun in place of a personal pronoun. There's a common error. A lot of people do that. What is the rule here? We should not use either a reflexive pronoun or an emphatic pronoun in place of a personal pronoun. That's what people do. Look at the example. My friend and myself made all the arrangements yesterday. My friend and myself made all the arrangements yesterday. A typical sentence, not correct. My friend and I. You have to use a personal pronoun in the subject form because it is in the subject position. My friend and I made all the arrangements yesterday. My manager and myself distributed the forms last week. That is not correct. My manager and I distributed the forms last week. These are common errors. So these are the four rules. If you have a question, you ask me. Before we go to the practice questions, I will wait for a few seconds. If at all you have a question, based on what I taught yesterday, you got four rules. First one, if the pronoun is in the subject position, you have to use the subject form. If the pronoun is in the object position, you have to use the object form. Second, the correct order of pronouns. What is the correct order? Usually, singular pronouns 2, 3, 1. Then, if it is something like admitting a mistake or confession, then it should be 1, 2, 3. And also, if you use all the pronouns in the plural form, it should be 1, 2, 3. And today I've got four rules. Third, could you please repeat 31st rule? Emphatic pronouns. Here the rule, though the heading says, here it is introduction. Emphatic pronouns, we should not, it goes with reflexive pronouns as well. We should not start a sentence with a reflexive pronoun or an emphatic pronoun. That means usually people say, myself went there to do something. You cannot start a sentence with either a reflexive pronoun or an emphatic pronoun. That's it, as simple as that. Have you got it? I availed of this opportunity. There is one example. I'm going to show you that. Practice questions, you're going to get that. Any other question? Who asked me about 30, rule number 31? I hope it is clear. Very simple. See, at that, what you have to remember here, one exam point of view, in many exams they have given, myself posted the letters yesterday, not correct. What is the reason? You can never start a sentence with either an emphatic pronoun or a reflexive pronoun. One thing. But what is more, what else are you supposed to remember? At the time of the interview, they usually ask, tell us about yourself. Never start with myself. Never say myself and your name. That is absolutely wrong. You have to, there are two sentence patterns to introduce yourself. One is, I am so and so, your name. My name is so and so, your name. Never ever say myself and your name. I hope it's clear. We can begin the sentence with myself, my friend and I. That is right. You cannot begin with myself. Oh, is that your doubt? Now let us go to the practice questions. He will avail of the first cab to come along. Is the sentence right or wrong? My friend and I never, I and my friend. That is not correct. Who is this Kalyan? Already have learned what is the correct order of pronouns. Usually second person, third person, and first person. Imagine second person is not there. Then it should be third person and first person. My friend, if you have to use a pronoun, third person singular, he or she. Then you have to start with my friend, then first person singular, my friend and I. Only you can say I and my friend if you are admitting a mistake, you're confessing. Then you can say I and my friend made this mistake. I think you have learned this already. Here you should use, if there is a pronoun after reflexive verbs, then you got to be careful. He will avail of the first cab to come along. This is not correct. What is the correct sentence? He will avail himself. He will avail himself of the first cab to come along. Please go to the second one. They absented from the meeting. Is this right or wrong? Who is this? I don't think so. Please focus on the sentences. What is wrong with? Yes, yes, I will do that. Don't worry about that. They absented themselves from the meeting. Second sentence also not correct. What is the correct sentence? They absented themselves from the meeting. Absent also reflexive verb. They absented themselves from the meeting. He will avail himself of the first cab to come along. Now, question number 3. All the employees fought with each other. Is this right or wrong? This is an easy one. They absented themselves. That's right. Question number 3. All the employees fought with each other. With one another. What is the reason? Employees more than 2. More than 2, we cannot use each other. We have to use one another. So sentence number 3, what is the correct sentence? All the employees fought with one another. Now go to question number 4. The two friends shared the amount with one another. Is that right or wrong? The two friends, there's a clue for you in the sentence. The two friends, two means you have to use each other. Based on that, the two friends shared the amount with each other, not one another. Question number 5. Myself conducted the meeting yesterday. Is that right or wrong? Myself conducted the meeting yesterday. Who is this? That's a little funny. It is not correct. I myself conducted the meeting yesterday. I myself. Now let us go to question number 6. First you mention right or wrong, then you write the correct expression. Question number 6. Someone says no error. Naresh, no error. She herself has driven the new car. Sentence number 6. Let others also respond. No error. Sentence number 6 is absolutely right. Here we are trying to emphasize. It is not reflexive, it is emphatic. We are trying to convey the idea no one else drove the car. She herself has driven the new car. Absolutely right. They have enjoyed the party. Is this right or wrong? Sentence number 7. They have enjoyed the party. No, 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 you haven't got the rule. Please listen very carefully. Sentence number 7 is absolutely right. What is the reason? They have enjoyed what? Ask the question. The party. If there is an object, then you don't have to use a possessive reflexive pronoun. You don't have to. They have, please listen very carefully. Sentence number 7, no error. Yes, Nagamani, that's right, no error. Only one student has got it right. They have enjoyed the party. See, whenever you come across, first you have to remember the reflexive verbs. Enjoy, important ones from the exam point of view. Enjoy, absent, avail, avenge, revenge. Introduce, rarely we use. Pride. When you see that particular verb, you have to become alert. Read the sentence very carefully. If there is an object, don't touch the sentence is right. Now they have enjoyed. What is the verb here? Enjoyed. Ask the question, what? Party. That's an object. There's an object. You don't have to use the reflexive pronoun. That means what? The sentence is absolutely right. I hope you got it. If there is no object, only then you have to use the reflexive pronoun. Remember the example. I will give another example. They enjoyed a lot last night. Is this right or wrong? They enjoyed a lot last night. They enjoyed. What is the verb here? Enjoyed. How much? A lot. When? Last night. There is no object. Then the sentence is not correct. We have to say they enjoyed themselves a lot last night. Remember this way. That is the reason why I tell students conceptual clarity is very important when it comes to learning grammar. If the concepts are not clear, then it becomes a problem. What is a concept? Subject, object. You should know what a subject is, what an object is. Then, in the sentence, you should have the ability to find out whether it has an object or not. There's an object, don't touch the sentence. There is no object, the sentence has a reflexive verb, then you have to use a reflexive pronoun. Good. Now go to question number 8. I have brought some from the rules you got yesterday for a change, consolidation. She has questioned they, an easy one. See, some of these questions are very easy, but slowly we'll raise the standards. Don't think all the questions are going to be like this. No, no way. Slowly the standards will be, I'm going to raise the standards and you will come across very tough questions. Yes, she has questioned whom. Whom did she question or whom has she questioned? That means you need to use the object. The word is in the object position. We have to use the object form. They is a subject form, not correct. What is the correct sentence? She has questioned them, not they. Many students have got it right. My colleague and me met the chairman last evening. What is wrong with this? My colleague and I, not me, and I met the chairman last evening. That is right. Perfect. Very good. Now you are on the track. 10th one, not easy under pressure. I, you, and he should complete the work immediately. Now tell what is the correct order. Very good. Bhagyashri has got it right. First one to respond. You, he, and I. What is the reason? Here there is no admission of mistake, no confession, and the pronouns are in the singular form. Then what is the correct order? 2, 3, 1. Based on that, you, he, and I should complete the work immediately. 2, 3, 1. They avenged, what is sentence number 11? They avenged the death of their clan member. They avenged what? The death of their clan member. No, no, there is an object. If there is an object, you don't have to use the reflexive pronoun. There's an object here. What is object? They avenged what? The death. Then you don't have to touch the sentence. Sentence number 11 is right. Don't bring he along to the function. It is correct. Sentence number 12, is it right or wrong? Don't bring he along to the function. 11 is right. Very good. I appreciate. 11 is right. Now go to 12. 12, is it right or wrong? 12, it is not he, it should be him. Don't bring him along to the function. Bring someone along with you. Yes. Now, questions from previous year's papers. Some of these are very easy, but 5 questions. As I said, I have brought 20 questions, 4 sets, each set 5 questions. I read the sentence carefully. I could not put up at the hotel. Put up means to stay. Usually we say, where are you put up? That means where is your stay? For a short period. Stay means for a short period. If it is actual question related to the place of residence, the question should be, where do you live? Where do you live? But if someone has gone to Delhi, then you ask the question, where were you put up? Or where are you put up? Here it is boarding and lodging. Board is not correct. I could not put up at the hotel because the boarding and lodging charges were too expensive. It is not board, it should be boarding. Boarding means what? Now you may ask, so what is the difference between boarding and error of proximity? Boarding and lodging. Lodging goes with the stay. Boarding goes with food. The breakfast, lunch, dinner, all that inclusive. Parallel expression, that is right. Who is this? Toto Akiseti. What is parallel expression? We use the same forms. Imagine in a sentence, you have to use three adjectives. What people do, they use two adjectives and one adverb. That is not parallel expression. One more example. In a sentence, you have to use a verb, three verbs, all the three verbs in the ing form, present participle form. But what some people do, two forms in ing and one form in some other form, then it is not correct. For example, she likes reading, running, and to go to shops. Not correct. She likes reading, running, and shopping. Reading, running, and shopping. All should be in the same form. We cannot change. I hope you got it. Who is this Akiseti? Parallel expression. Put up with, usually what happens, who is this? That's a good question. In English, especially when it comes to phrasal verbs, what is a phrasal verb? It's a combination of a verb and a preposition. One definition, typical definition. There's another definition, you don't have to learn that. And a phrasal verb is a combination of a verb and a preposition, or a phrasal verb is a combination of a verb and an adverbial particle. The second one, not important. What is a phrasal verb? Verb and preposition. Usually these phrasal verbs are very confusing for two reasons. One, they have the same verb, a different preposition, it becomes a new phrasal verb. Then it results in confusion. Second, they have more than one meaning. Again, it results in confusion. Put up with, please put up with the delay. In this sentence, it means please bear with the delay. Please have patience. Put up with, I had to put up with the delay. Means what? I had to bear with the delay. A different meaning altogether. But where are you put up means it talks about a temporary, you stay at some place for 2 or 3 days. Then we use where are you put up. I was put up at so and so place. I'm put up at so and so place. I hope you got it. Shall we go to the next one? Question number 2 based on error location. This is an easy one, but all these questions are from previous year's papers. I'm really surprised. These questions are these questions are damn easy. Within no time you can answer. Please answer the second one. Was suddenly they saw a car coming at a breakneck speed. Remember the expression breakneck speed means what? Very fast. An old man were crossing, old man singular. Then we cannot say were crossing. An old man was crossing the road at the zebra crossing. Zebra crossing. You see those stripes. And I would like to give one word, one concept rather. Listen very carefully. Sometimes what happens, people don't follow the traffic rules while walking. While driving, you have to follow. While riding a bike, you have to follow. You all know that. But in some countries, they're very particular. While walking, also, there are certain rules. For example, in the US, you have to walk on the right side, not on the left side. And also, if a person wants to cross a road, he should only cross at the zebra crossing. Now imagine, and one more rule, they should walk on the footpath, not off that. If someone doesn't follow these rules, there's a term for that person. A person who does not follow the traffic rules while walking, jaywalker, Jay, walk plus ER, jaywalker. Jaywalker means a person who does not follow the traffic rules while walking. I hope you got it. An old man was crossing the road at the zebra crossing. Don't use, okay, jaywalker, very good. Yes, that is a right word. Jay, jaywalker. Now go to sentence number 3 and tell me where the error is. Yes, of course, Naresh. Every country is different. There are certain idiosyncrasies, certain strange things that go with different countries, quite natural. We have to respect. When I left the house at 9 o'clock, my son was still at home. Where is the error? Question number 12. When I left the house at 9 o'clock, My son was still at home. Home, nothing wrong. At home. When is also no problem. Here we can say, when I left the house, when I left home. But generally, there we don't say, when I left home. We say, when I left the house. Who is this? Naresh has got it right. Only one to get it right. After that, I see Rama Devi also says, no error. There is no error. Sentence is absolutely right. When I left the house that time, my son was still at home. No problem. What is the answer? No error. Please respect the last option. What is the last option here? No error. See, usually what happens, we're all conditioned under pressure while taking the exam. You ignore the last option. What is the last option? No error, no improvement. And we always try to find out the error. And we feel somewhere there's an error. There's no error as such. So we try to figure out where the error is. A lot of time goes waste. So my suggestion, read the sentence. When I left the house at 9 o'clock, my son was still at home. First reading, you feel it is correct. Cross check. Read meticulously. Again, you feel it is correct. Without any hesitation, go to the last option. Select no error. To select no improvement, no error, you got to be very confident. You got to be very good at English grammar. You got to be very good at contextual awareness. Only then you can choose the last option. But once you choose, don't look back. You should not think of that question. Done, done. Go to the next one. Now, question number 4. Many persons must have read the Arabian Nights, which is very interesting. Where is the error? This is a nice question, in my opinion. Many persons must have read the Arabian Nights, which is very interesting. When do we know there are two actions? What do you mean by that? It depends on the context. There is an error. Who is this? Birendra Kumar says, first one, first part, there is an error. That is right. But what is the error? You are right, Kumar. Absolutely. But what is the error? No, no, there is an error. Question number 4, there is an error. What is it? Must have read. Nothing wrong with that. If you ask me, sir, what does it mean? She must have done that. They must have done that. It talks about a past possibility. Deduction, it talks about a past deduction based on something that happened in the past. It talks about a deduction that goes into the past. Let me answer, let people answer, let students answer the question. Then I will tell the exact function of must have read. Not exactly. Who is this? Kumar has got it right. We don't say many persons, we say many people. Many people must have read. We don't say persons in this context. That is a problem with this sentence. What is wrong? The word persons is not correct. Many people must have read. We don't say many persons. It doesn't go with the context. Many people. Now, coming to this question, so what does it mean, must have read? First, you have to understand what is the function of might have read, what is the function of must have read. Both go with past. I will explain a situation. Listen very carefully, then you can understand the function of might have, must have plus verb past participle form. Imagine yesterday I left my mobile over here. I lost it after some time. Many people came. A lot of people came, but I'm not quite sure who took the mobile, who stole the mobile. I suspect one particular person, let's say my maid servant. Then, how do I express that? It is about a past possibility, which is a guess. I'm not sure, I will try to guess. Then I have to say, the servant might have taken the mobile, might have taken, might have stolen the mobile. It talks about a past possibility, which is a guess. I'm not sure. Next one. Yesterday I left the mobile. Again, I lost the mobile. Only one person came. Only the maid servant came. Now I don't have to guess. I can make a deduction. Deduction means what? Come to a conclusion based on facts. And this is a deduction that goes into the past because incident happened in the past. What do I say? She must have taken. She must have taken the mobile. She must have stolen the mobile. That is a difference. But these you're going to learn under helping verbs. There's a separate topic. I'm going to teach all the helping verbs. There are about 20 helping verbs and so many functions are very useful, important. You're going to learn after some time. Now, let us go to the answer. Many people, not persons. And already have got the rule titles of books, though they are in the plural form, we should use a singular verb. Arabian Nights, plural, but it takes a singular verb because it is a title of a book. Now let us go to mighty means powerful. Mighty. Might has got many meanings. Might also means power. Mighty kingdom. That has a different function altogether. Might. He has used all his might to win the match. Power. Another meaning. As a helping verb, might, it is used to express possibility where the chances are less. Now let us go to question number. It depends on usage. Persons, we generally speaking, it is like restricted, limited. Those persons or a few people. When we talk about persons, it is not a general thing. But when we talk about, we use the word people, you're talking generally. Generally, we use the word people, many people. We don't say many persons. He has promised to pay me the whole amount by check with the stipulated time. Where is the error? A lot of students have answered third part. What is wrong with the third part? You should tell that also. Rajshekhar has got it right. I think after that I see Hussein Sheikh also. Very good. It is not within the stipulated time. That's a standard phrase. I use regularly. It is like you have to answer 30 questions within the stipulated time. What is the stipulated time? 20 minutes. In 20 minutes, you have to answer 30 questions. So, with is not correct. It should be within the stipulated time. By checking, no, that is not correct. By check. In cash, by check. Two expressions. You can pay in cash or by check. And also, there's one more expression. You can pay either in cash or in kind. Kind means not cash, some service. Now, let us go to question number 6. We are running out of time. Yes, I'm starting on Monday plus platform. I'm starting on Monday. I'm going to come up with a video tomorrow that details regarding. Today I have done a short video for 2 minutes about the plus course, the foundation course on plus platform, Unacademy plus classes. And tomorrow I'll come up with a video where I'm going to explain what is this foundation course, grammar foundation course, the duration, the time slot, all those things. You have to wait for one day. Who is this? Sir, I'm your new student. Okay, welcome. Hope you are enjoying the session. Now, where is the error? Second part. Very good. What is the reason? This goes with reported speech. The boy said. In the exam also, do remember when you read a sentence, first you have to look for the time phrase. Then become alert. You can decide, spot the error. But whenever you come across said, asked, told, ordered, requested, immediately think of indirect speech. Then recollect the rules. Here, said is a reporting verb, it is in past. If the reporting verb is in past, the tenses go to a corresponding past tense. He has read, that is present perfect, changes to past perfect. Based on that, what is the answer? Second option is the answer. The boy said that he had read the book. The boy must have said, again, one more thing. Whenever you come across questions related to active voice and passive voice, direct speech and indirect speech, do remember after the question, after getting the answer, ask yourself The same sentence, what could it be in direct speech? That is very important. The boy said, comma, inverted commas, I have read the book, inverted commas, full stop. How does it change? The boy said that he had read the book. Present perfect changes to past perfect. Question number 7. Will you let me borrow some money in this hour of need? The girl said that she had done the task. Perfect. Flawless example. Rajashekar. Please go to who is this Ankita Sharma? My student? Or someone else said, I'm your new student. Okay. Where is the error? Will you let me borrow some money in this hour of need? Yes, Mr. Stark, lend me. Answer, lend me some money. Lend me, you have in two options. First option and the third option. Lend me some rupees, not correct. What do you say? Will you lend me some money in this hour of need? Answer is the third option. Lend me some money. You all must be knowing the two words. Lend means to give, borrow to take. Lend me some money, a typical expression. Now let us go to question number 8. Looking at the pictures of his old home made him nostalgic. Looking at the pictures of his old home made him nostalgic. Could you please lend me your mobile? That is also right. Lend means to give, borrow to take. Romantic, historical, philosophic, no improvement. Answer is the fourth option, no improvement. Sentence is perfect. Looking at the pictures of his old home made him nostalgic. Nostalgic means when you see something, you think of the past, usually your childhood. Then you say, those pictures have made me nostalgic. That's an important word. Now let us go to question number 9. The number of people going abroad for vacations are increasing. Some of these questions are really important, not easy to answer if you don't know the rules. If you know the rule, very easy. You don't know the rule, very tough. The number of people going abroad for vacations are increasing. Now, is it right or wrong? Nostalgia, that is another form of that word. Nostalgic, nostalgia. A lot of students say second option, that is right, absolutely right. What is the reason? Here the subject is the number. The number is a phrase. There are two phrases you have to remember from the exam point of view. The number, a number. The number takes a singular verb. A number takes a plural verb. The number of students is a phrase, don't consider. The number is, has gone up. The number is increasing. A number of students have come today. A number of students have come today. A number plural verb. The number singular verb. Question number 8, a number of takes plural noun and a plural verb. No, 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 no. Singular, a number takes a plural verb. The number takes a singular verb. Very good. If you write that way, now itself, you can consolidate your knowledge. That will help in the long run. Please go to question number 10. We are running out of time. The speaker got confused and started to contradict himself. A number plural, yes. The number singular. Question number 10. The speaker got confused and started to contradict himself. Where is the error? No one has responded. Oh, you guys have responded. 10-4. No improvement. Absolutely right. Sentence is correct. No improvement. The speaker got confused and started to contradict himself because of confusion. Now, these questions, listen, first you listen to me. Questions 11 to 15 related to misspelled words. Select the word with the wrong spelling. Look at the four words. Select the word with the wrong spelling. Mention the question number. Question number 11, where is the error? Achieve. The first word is not correct. That is wrong spelling. What is the spelling of achieve? Achieve. Now imagine the same question. This is a question from previous year's papers. If you are really a smart student, what you have to do? You read the instruction, select the word with the wrong spelling. The first word you know it is not correct. Don't look at the other words. Go for the option, go to the next question. You can save at least a few seconds. That's how you have to look at the questions. Once you know there's an error somewhere, rest of the sentence you don't have to read. Once you know the first option is correct, don't look at the other options. Don't waste your time. Question number 12. Select the word with the wrong spelling. Perseverance. Doing something without giving up. Under pressure. You don't give up, you continue doing. Perseverance. Achieve, obtain, conquer, triumph, gain, win, get. Very good. I appreciate that. You have written all the related words, synonyms. Question number 12. Some students say fourth option. Yes. Select the word with the wrong spelling. Perseverance, nothing wrong. What does it mean? Hard work, a lot of effort without giving up. The never dying spirit. You want to try without a lot of obstacles, also, you want to try. Possession, to possess, to own something. Ownership, possession. Reference, you all know the word reference. A restaurant, what is the spelling? Restaurant. It's a French word. Possession means ownership. Who is this? Vijeta. Possession, possess, own something. What are your possessions? Means whatever you have. Your possessions means like a car, a bike, or something that is big enough to mention. These are all my possessions. Very good. Who is this? Naresh says perseverance is the key to success. You're absolutely right. But here you have to remember possession, ownership, we use a helping verb have. But when you talk about it has three functions and three meanings and one function. When you want to convey the idea of possession with the helping verb have, don't use it in ing form. A lot of people say, I'm having two brothers. That is not correct. I have two brothers. I'm having a bike. Not correct. I have a bike. Don't use it in ing form. So, restaurant, it's a French word, actual pronunciation, restaurant. T is silent. But if you go somewhere, ask for a restaurant, they may think you're not good at English. So, you got to be a little careful. Now, let us go to question number 13. This is the question of the day. Which one means what? Have also means eat, have means drink, have means possess. Eat and drink you can use in the ing form. I'm having my breakfast means what? I'm eating my breakfast. Correct. I'm having tea means what? I'm drinking tea. That is also correct. But when it comes to possession, you cannot say I'm having a bike. Not correct. I have a bike. Nothing wrong with Scrooges. Now try to guess the meaning of the word Scrooges. You got it right. Question number 13, answer is the third option, solitude. Solitude means what? Being alone. Solitude. I need some solitude means what? I want to be alone. I hope you got the meaning. I have a mobile, yes. So, solitude means being alone. The first one, Scrooges means a person is he doesn't want to spend money. He has money he doesn't want to spend. Like a miser, Scrooges, plural form, Scrooge, singular, miser. What is the meaning of the word miser? Buffering. I don't think you will have that problem. Who says buffering? Not my end. No, no. Please respond. Do you have this problem, buffering problem? It should not happen. It doesn't happen because the net speed is 200 plus. We will not have that problem. Maybe at your end. And chillers has got two different meanings. Not exactly selfish, a person who does not spend money or something. I don't think so. See, I'm able to see no buffering. I don't think so. Maybe a few seconds. No issues. Here, Scrooge's miser, slippery. You can make out you can't walk properly if it is slippery. Solitude, being alone. Chillers, two different meanings. Chill. If the AC is on, the room becomes chilly. Chilly has two meanings again. The green chili, the red chili. The place is chilly. Chilly weather. Chilly weather means very cold. And chilled beer, very cold beer. Chillers, another meaning. When you see a movie, you get scared. Then you say it sent chillers, means you got scared. Select the word with the wrong spelling. Varieties, varicose. The last word, serenity. Now it's okay, fine, that's good. Please look at question number 14. Tell me where the error is or which word is not correct, spelling wise. Chill, chill. Chill has got another meaning. Chill means relax, enjoy. Chill. Aniket has got it right. After that, I see Kalyan and Bishnoy, so many students. Yes, varieties, no problem. Varicose, varicose veins. That's a typical combination. Sometimes you come across some people, especially leg region, the veins are swollen. Swollen veins, we use the word varicose veins, nothing wrong. A wrangler. What is the correct spelling of wrangler? Wrangler. One E should not be there. A wrangler. A wrangler has got two meanings. One meaning, a person who is very good at dealing with horses. A person who is good at dealing with horses, we use the word wrangler. Another meaning, a good fighter, a wrestler. A person who is good at wrestling, for him also we use wrangler. There's a brand, yes, jeans, Wrangler jeans, yes. The person who is in charge of a stable, very good. Who is this? Kashena. I hope my pronunciation is correct. Yes, very good. I appreciate that. Stable, a place where horses are kept. Wonderful. And serenity, serene. Serene place means what? Calm, quiet, placid, serenity. Very good. You guys have responded well. Now, question number 15. Select the word with the wrong spelling. Tourist, quarrel, remittance, attendance. The jockey who rides the horses. Not exactly. Jockey is a different meaning altogether. The word jockey goes with races, race horses. The one who deals with race horses, we use the word jockey. But wrangler, this goes with the Western culture. In the past, not in the present, in the past, they would look after the horses, they would have the stables, and then they would use the word wrangler, one meaning. And German origin, wrangler means a person who is good at wrestling, fighting, wrestling, not boxing, wrestling. Yes, serenity, cool, calm, peaceful, placid, all these words you have to. That's very good, Rajshekar. Every time you write the related words, that's a very good habit. Keep it up. You will be able to remember the words, and in the exam, that will definitely help you. Cowboy, in a way you can say. Yes, Aman, you're right. Now go to answer is the third one. Remittance. You all must be knowing that. Remittance, it is not T-E-N-C, T-A-N-C-E. Nothing wrong with tourist, nothing wrong with quarrel, nothing wrong with attendance. Yes, sometimes it happens, but sometimes what happens, if I type color, COLOUR, it shows wrong. What is the reason? They follow American English software and American spelling COLOR. British spelling COLOUR. We don't consider American spelling from the exam point of view. Now, we have only 4 minutes and 5 questions related to idioms. Let us do it very fast. Have a look at the question number 16 based on idioms. His friend turned out to be snake in the grass. Easy to guess. Just mention the number. 16, what is the answer? Snake in the grass. Thank you very much. Yes, answer is the third option, not the second option. Hidden enemy. No, no, no. 16, Aman has got it right. Only one student so far I can see. No one else has got it right. A lot of students have written second option. That is not correct. Answer is the third option. An unreliable and deceitful person. Unreliable, deceitful person, snake in the grass. Now let us go to question number 17 quickly. I shall always remember by alma mater, not matter, mater. All are looking same, sir. Deceitful, that is a different word. Now, what is the answer for question number 17? I shall always remember by alma mater with gratitude. 17.1. Institution where I get education. It means wherever you get education, that institution, to refer to that institution, we use the word yes. Now let us go to question number 18. We still have 2 minutes. He is as daft as a brush. Don't believe a word of what he says. He is as daft as a brush. This is not an easy one. Thank you very much. Who is this? Arpit Sharma. Thanks for that. Please go to question number 18. 18, third option. No one has got it right. It's not an easy one. Really silly. A silly person, not a liar. You may think that way. This is a very good question, in fact. When you read the sentence, you may think the first option, a liar, because the second part says, don't believe a word of what he says. No, no, answer is the third option, a really silly. He is as daft as a brush, means a silly person. Silly person. Now, question number 19. When it comes to dancing, he is all thumbs. Question of the day is question number 18. Yes. Now, this one also. Question number 19 also not an easy one. Not at all easy. Try to answer question number 19. When it comes to dancing, he is all thumbs. Who is this? J has got it right within no time. That's wonderful. Alvaro J. I really appreciate. Not at all easy. So far, only one student has got, Kalyan also has got it right. Nagamani has got it right. Rajshekha also, very good. And Vamsi. Answer is the fourth option, clumsy. Clumsy means awkward, not polished, cannot do something properly. The last question of the day. He has green fingers. Literally, it is not possible to have green fingers. Idiomatic expression, green fingers. So what does it mean? Jealous, envious, good at gardening, sluggish. First you answer, then I will tell whether it is right or wrong. 23rd option, who is this? Ravikant Singh, first one to respond, absolutely right. After that, I see Nagamani, third option, Ravikant again third, Bhavana third, Ramadevi also third. After that, a lot of students, not possible to read out all the names, don't feel bad. Answer is the third option. British English, it is green fingers. American English, green thumb. he has a green thumb, means good at gardening. British English, he has green fingers, good at gardening. Both mean the same. Both mean the same. That's all for today. Have a nice, I mean, before we go to, before I wind up the session, if you have a question, please ask immediately. If you don't have anything to ask, say, sir, nothing to ask, then I'll wind up the session. Good night to all of you. And tomorrow again, rules. Someone asked me, sir, the exam is fast approaching. I'll spend 1 minute. Someone said, based on the video I uploaded this afternoon, sir, exam is fast approaching. Why not teach 5 rules or 7 rules every day instead of 4 rules? Now, how many of you want more rules every day instead of 4? How many of you want 7 rules or 10 rules? Today also no time. Definitely I will give the list tomorrow. Ravi Teja, don't be disappointed. For sure tomorrow. How many rules do you want every day? 4, 7, 10? Please give the feedback. Mention after the session. Please mention how many rules you want. 4. I started with 4. If you want more, please mention after the session. Good night.